Hey guys, this is Tor again from TC, hanging out at GitCon with an amazing, incredible bunch of awesome YouTubers, and one of the very coolest ones is here. I have Tyler from Music is Win.
You're too kind. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for hanging out here and from coming all the way over from the States.
My pleasure.
So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you started with this whole YouTube thing?
A little bit about myself is I went to Berklee College of Music in Boston, graduated in 2011, tried to form a band, failed, got a job, didn't like working, wanted to play guitar, started making videos, failed over and over and over and over and over and over, and then started to slowly go from like 1 to 7 views per video to like 11 to 17 views. And it just kind of has been building up from there.
It kind of snowballed a little bit at some point.
Yeah. It's one or two videos here and there in like 2016 popped, and I just like to teach people and make people laugh and have fun playing guitar.
Did you have an idea for how you wanted your channel to be from the get-go, or has it slowly been evolving over time?
It's totally been evolving, which is kind of makes me glad that I didn't have a lot of people watching me in the early days because I didn't necessarily have my voice. You know, you have a guitar voice. You can hear like Eric Johnson hits a note. It's like, that's Eric Johnson.
Yeah.
I think the same is true for making videos, and I didn't really have that defined yet. So it took me a solid, I'm still trying to figure it out. But basically I didn't want to be the guy sitting on the stool like, this is a G chord. Put your finger here, here, G. I wanted to kind of make it more cinematic and more like I'm hanging out with you.
Yeah. So were there any moments during this, this kind of YouTube adventure, whatever you want to call it, where you felt like, something's happening? This is picking up from just, me talking to a few guys somewhere out there in online land to like, wow.
I would say the first moment that I was able to pay my rent with just playing guitar.
Yeah.
Which I feel like a lot of people have given that answer, and it's so freeing to be able to not have to worry about anything but yourself, as opposed to like, oh, well, I have to go do this or I have to do that. It's like, I want to do this and I want to do that. So that one word difference is like really invigorating you to want to succeed and continue to maintain this.
Yeah. And where do you see this? Where do you see this thing going? Do you have some plans for where you want to take the channel in the future?
Yeah,
that you can reveal.
I can reveal. There is my next kind of project, if you want to call it that, is the Music is Win podcast, which is dropping on October 2nd.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yes.
I'm a big podcast fan.
Yeah,
so I'm excited for that.
It's a video podcast on YouTube and typical, iTunes.
Yeah.
So you can subscribe on your, SoundCloud or iTunes, whatever you use. Or you can also watch it on YouTube. And it's me and my wife, Bethany. And it's a mix of guitar and kind of like a potpourri of other interesting entertainment. I think it's going to be really cool. I'm hoping that you guys like it. And I always, like you, I love listening to podcasts. I'm subscribed to like 40 podcasts. So I'm definitely a junkie. So I kind of think I have an idea of what a good show feels like, and we have some really fun segments and a really, we're married, so we have a kind of a good rapport, so it's comfortable, and I'm really excited about that.
That's cool. So regarding the playing, I mean, you went to Berklee, as you can tell, you play really well. How did you start playing? What were you into, and
Well, the first moment that I knew I wanted to play the guitar is very vivid in my mind. I was in my late Uncle Jim's basement, and he had the very first version of some media player. It wasn't iTunes. I think it was actually iTunes, but like iTunes 1.0.
Yeah.
I was 12 years old. And Cliffs of Dover came on.
Ooh.
And I was like,
that's a good starting point.
What? That first note is like... that thing
slow
like,
bend.
Yeah. Immediately I was like, bah! And right after that song ended, I was like kind of feeling a little bubbly inside.
Yeah.
Eruption comes on.
Oh, wow.
On shuffle.
Yeah?
This is like a library of thousands of songs.
Wow.
So that is like a formula for guitar addiction.
It's
right
like
there.
two of the most epic guitar
Yeah.
intros ever.
And I didn't realize that either of those were a guitar necessarily. I was just like, I want to, let me have that.
Yeah.
You know, so from there, you know, I got a guitar and kind of just did the typical plunking around for a while, and then I learned my pentatonic scale, and I was the greatest guitar player ever at that point. And then I was very humbled when I went to school, and I have been ever since, especially being at GitCon. There's just monstrous guitar players and just super humble people all around, and it's a great industry to a very unique opportunity to be part of this.
It's very fun. So best of luck with both, you know, the playing and
Thank
the
you.
channel and the new podcast. It's a pleasure to have you here. So thanks a lot.
Pleasure is mine. Thanks, man.
Thank you.